In 1904, the artist Salvador Dali was born in the small town of Figueres in northeast Spain. His father was a well-off notary who was both strict and domineering. His mother was a devout Catholic who doted on her son. But Salvador Dali was born twice. The first Salvador Dali died at the age of 22 months. 9 months later, Salvador the artist was born. His mother dressed and treated him like a replacement son, and gave Dali an identity crisis that would mark him for life.
To Dali, the death of his elder brother, also called Salvador, was deeply significant because the 3-year-old child was taken to see the grave with his name on it.
He was telling me that the photo of the dead brother was above his father and mother's bed, in the bedroom. And Dali was terrified by this photograph, because every time they were referring to Salvador, he wasn't sure if they were talking about the dead Salvador or the one alive.
Dali was a very shy, rather sickly child who rapidly developed a persona, rather like a kind of hermit crab. He had this shell that concealed the kind of timorous little person beneath.
Dali started drawing at the age of 3, but his shyness masked a deep craving for attention that grew alongside his talent. By the age of 10, he was already an accomplished painter, and his mother sent him to art school. 30 years later, Dali's good friend, the budding artist Antonio Pichat, shared the same teacher and would hear stories of Dali's early antics.
El niño Dalí, de pronto,
the young Dali would suddenly start running around, and he'd run towards one of the marble columns in the school, and he'd slam his head into it, and then he'd start bleeding.
Dali's behavior would stop everyone in their tracks.
And
they'd ask him, "What happened to you? Why did you do that?" And he looked at them and said, "Because no one was paying any attention to me."
Dali's disturbing performance was a sign of things to come. Art may have been his passion, but attention was his lifeblood. And then, when he was 16, Dali's beloved mother died of cancer. It was a devastating blow to his self-confidence. The following year, in 1922, Dali attended art school in Madrid. His talent was undisputed, but when he refused to take his final exams on the grounds that no teacher knew as much as he did, he was expelled. In 1926, Dali left Spain for Paris, where he would join an art movement that was the perfect expression of his personality: surrealism. Dedicated to exploring the world between reality and dreams, surrealists believed artists had an obligation to shock and disturb. And then in 1929, Salvador Dali met the woman who was to change his life forever, Gala. When they met, Gala was 36 and Dali was 25. She was already a well-known figure on the surrealist scene.
To him, Gala was more than just a beautiful, sexy girl. It was the Madonna, the vision, what he's been waiting all his life, a mother,